This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Well, as we know, Jay-Z dropped the 444 album last night. Internet's going nuts. He responded to the Lemonade Beyonce album on the title track, and then he responded to Kanye West on Kill Jay-Z. He talked about rappers holding money to their head. You know, the whole internet's going crazy over all this. You can only get it on Tidal or Sprint. So I suggest you do those two. I gave it a quick listen. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. Jay-Z gave us some shit. Gilly the Kid also called him out for saying you stole my line. Give you $1 million with the game for $9.99. I don't know. So anyways, let's get right into the Kanye West. We know the Kanye West rent from last year. You talk about, Jay-Z and everything with Jay-Z. And then, Jay-Z Don't Kill Me. And he talked about Jay-Z and Drake. He just went on this big Jay-Z rant. We knew about that last year. Okay. They since made peace. But Jay-Z knows that you got to respond to these things, especially nowadays. It gets a buzz going for the album. So Jay-Z addresses it on Kill Jay-Z. And these guys have had like a brotherly relationship for years. I mean, remember when, Kanye West graduation, my big brother, he did a whole thing. He's always getting very emotional about Jay-Z. Jay-Z has to, check him. So anyways, he says, now I'm going to read some lyrics now, so don't judge me on that. I'm not a rapper, all right? But he said, you got high on life. That shit drugged you. Walking around like you invincible. You dropped out of school. You lost your principles. I know people backstabbed you. I felt bad too. But this fuck everybody attitude ain't natural. But you ain't a saint. This ain't kumbaya. But you got hurt because you did cool by Ye. You gave him 20 million without blinking. He gave you 20 minutes on stage. Fuck was he thinking? Fuck wrong with everybody is what you saying, but if everybody's crazy, you're the one that's insane. Okay, so Jay-Z was there for Kanye. I mean, the first person that was there for Kanye was Damon Dash. Okay, everybody looked at Kanye as just a producer. Then Damon Dash signed him. Then Jay-Z, from there, embraced him after his first album success. Okay, and then they went on and they were like big brother, little brother, and big brothers and little brothers have fights, man. So I'm glad all this is going to play out in the public as it should, okay, because everything was public from the beginning. And they're in a better place. Kanye West is working on a new album. I'm sure Jay-Z will be on that or something. Now, we know that Beyonce called Jay-Z out for cheating on the Lemonade album, okay? So he responded to this. Now, I don't like getting too much into this stuff because we don't know what actually happened or not, And they're going to play this out. Not only for album sales, but this is real life shit. This shit happens to a lot of people, man. This is real life shit. So, he says, look, I apologize, often womanize, took for my child to be born, see through a woman's eyes, took for these natural twins to believe in miracles. Okay, so that's nice. And then he says, you make it home, we talk for hours when you were on tour. Please pick up the phone. Said, don't embarrass me instead of be mine. That was my proposal for us to go steady. That was your 21st birthday. You mature faster than me. I wasn't ready, so I apologize. I think he's talking about back before he made Beach Chair, the first time they were in a relationship. You remember that ended. He wasn't ready to get married or anything. And he probably responded with his pride instead of his heart. And, he talked about this on Beach Chair. It wasn't Beach Chair. What was it? Lost Ones. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Lost Ones. He addressed the first breakup in Lost Ones. And then, eventually we know what happened. They got back together and they got married, and they had a kid. Then he said, I wasn't ready, so I apologize. I've seen the innocence leave your eyes. I still mourn this death. I apologize for all the stillborns because I wasn't present. Your body wouldn't accept it. So I think he's talking about after they had Blue, I guess he had cheated on her because she talks about this in Lemonade. And we could remember a time where Beyonce and Jay-Z just weren't seeing eye to eye, but they were, still being seen in public for business, and they wanted to work things out. And eventually they got past all that, but you could see where Beyonce wasn't messing with Jay-Z at one point because he had been, you know, he had cheated on her, you know, so he, you know, and then once you break a woman's heart, she doesn't trust you the same anymore. She doesn't look at you the same anymore. So he's talking about the innocence leaving her eyes. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And he said, I apologize to all the women who I toyed with your emotions because I was emotionless. I apologize because at your best you are love, and because I fall short of what I say I'm all about. Your eyes leave with the soul that your body once housed, and you stare blankly into space, thinking of all the time you wasted and all the basic shit. So I apologize. So I guess he's talking about the women who he dated and didn't look going forward with. Like, he didn't see a long-term relationship. It was all short-term. He's getting real in tune with, you know, his love emotions here. I mean, this is a good response to Lemonade, though. We got to give him that, okay? I apologize. Our love was one for the ages, and I continued as, and all the ratchet shit, and we more expansive, not meant to cry and die alone in these mansions or sleep with our backs turned. We're supposed to vacate till our backs burn. We're supposed to laugh till our heart stops. And then we in a space where the dark stops. Okay. All right. You know, he's getting real deep here. And this is like him showing his emotional side, just like he did. He's done in the past on a few songs, but one of the songs was Lost Ones. He was very open and showed his emotions. And he only does this through music, not on interviews. And, you know, it's good to see this side of him. Like the men before me, I cut off my nose to spite my face. I never wanted another woman to know something about me that you didn't know. I promise. I cried. I can't hold. I suck at love. I think I need a do-over. I will be emotionally available if I invited you over. I stew over. What if you over my shit? I guess he's talking about forgiveness with Beyonce. And if my children knew, I don't even know what I would do. If they look at me the same, I would probably die with all the shame. You did what with who? What's good? What good is a menage a trois when you have a soulmate? You risked that for blue. So he's getting deep here. Maybe he's giving more insight into his cheating before, and he doesn't know. He doesn't want his children to know his flaws later in life, but they're gonna know eventually. I know he's getting real deep here with all this stuff. And the mask goes away, and Santa Claus is fake. And you go online and see for blue tooth, the tooth fairy didn't pay. I see what he's saying here. So it's almost the same way. Like, say your kids grow up and look at you a certain way, but then when they get older, they're gonna. This is all public. They're gonna find out that their dad cheated at one time. And you're not a superhero anymore. You have flaws. And it's almost like, I mean, we all know when we found out Santa Claus wasn't real, and it's really your parents. It's like the fairy tale's gone. The tooth fairy isn't real. Your parents are really leaving you all the money, and life isn't a fairy tale. Life isn't these, you know, wildly thought up things. It's real. People have flaws. People make mistakes, and the innocence is gone at one point. I don't know. It's a different side of Jay-Z, and I don't know. I'm enjoying the album. I'm gonna have to delve deeper into this song. You know how things hit you later, like when you're reading the lyrics and everything. So I'm just reading out, sharing it with you guys. Tell me what you guys think. Tell me what you guys think about the album. I'll check you on the next video. Have a great day and have a safe weekend. Peace.